Hello everyone, just to let you all know, if you want to listen to this full episode of the official Celtic FC podcast, you can get it wherever you get your podcasts.
Tommy Burns was your manager. Give us some memories about Tommy.
Off he said.
Yeah.
Mental. He phoned me up and said, I've just got a manager job at Kilmarnock. My first signing's going to be my best ever. He says, I want you to sign for us. And I says, well, what's it? I'll come out and see you. So I don't know if you remember the old masseuse that was with Celtic, Jimmy Steele.
Right.
You heard of Jimmy
I
Steele?
have, yeah.
He was in the hospital up in Larkhall, or Straven or something. So he's coming to my house and then he's going up to Straven. So he comes to my house, he says, there a paper set, and I've signed that. I didn't even know what I was on. He gave the Waynes a packet of sweeties each, and that was it. He says, how did I get to Straven? You know, and I've signed for him. The first thing he says, how did I get to Straven? He knew I was going to sign for him. I says, M74 down there, and he'd his wee boy Jonathan with him. 2 o'clock in the morning, I got a phone call from his wife, Rosemary. Is Tommy at your house? I said, no. Left here at 8 o'clock. She said, he's not home yet. I said, you're kidding me on? She said, no, he's not home yet. He'd went down onto the motorway and drove to Carlisle. Bam, boy, he'd never seen Jimmy Steele or nothing. And I swear to God, the birds still talk about it today. We went on holiday together to Florida, and I'm following him on our floor. Must have got lost about 400 times. And it was all at his area, so I didn't know where I was going. I had to go from away up the north down to the south to go to his place. And he kept getting lost. He's the worst driver. Plus, he can't see. Half the times he's not got his contact lenses in, he can't see. He's got a big
The milk bottle
milk
specs.
bottle specs, you know. Half he see. Mental.
He must have been absolutely just sensational to share a dressing room with, though, and to be part of his team and his company.
He didn't know what they were getting. Or the team did. I knew what I was getting. He didn't know. There'd be times when he didn't think they were doing well. They were walking off the pitch. He'd done this a couple of times to me. He says, I'm going to have a go at you in this dressing room. Come back at me and the twos will go for one. So me and him were boxing the dressing room on. You could see them all, what the hell's going on, man? If he's doing it with him, what'll he do with us? And you could see physically, it was like the St John's game with Celtic. The full team lifted, and they were all running about like maniacs doing they were all terrified. They thought me and him were at it, but he'd wound me up to do it, you know. Half he's not. Crazy.
Was he different as a manager to a player, or was he still the same character?
Oh, he was the same character, same intenseness, same, but he had to win at all causes, and the work rate. Kilmarnock were the fittest team in the league at that time, bar none. I was 36, I think. So I'd lucky enough, I'd Bobby Wilson up front, who's maybe 33, and I'm 36, and the rest of the team were just all athletes. They were absolute brilliant. And the tactics basically were run about, get the ball. He did that Barcelona thing where get the ball back after 6 seconds if you lose it. He says, get the ball back and just get to him. And he would give me the ball. And hopefully we would go and score. And I became his top goal scorer that year, and we got them up to the Premier League. And but some escapades with him, mental. My wife phoned him once, she says, he's been up all night sick. And he says, what do you mean? He said, he's sweating, his toilet, everything's coming away from him. He says, can he play today? I'll phone you back in 5 minutes. Billy Stark phones. The club doctor wants to see him. What nonsense. She said, Tommy, he can't get out of his bed. He's really no well. He's ill. There's a car coming for him in 10 minutes. Tell him to get ready. Just shove something on. The club doctor wants to see him. So I get away down to Kilmarnock and I'm ill. And there was about 5 or 6 games to the end of the season. We had to win to go up. We're playing St Mirren. And he said, the doctor wants to see you. I said, you've got me out of my bed. You're dying. So the doctor says, there's some pills, take tablets, aspirin or whatever it was, and felt a wee bit better. And he says, you're all right to play, man. You'll be fine. I was like, kidding, Tommy, you're killing me here. So at the start of the game, We won 1-0 and I score. I swear the ball came into the box. I'm half thingy get into it. I hopped in the heat, went into the net. He takes me off with 10 minutes to go and I was shivering. I went into the sauna and I'm sitting in the sauna with all my clothes on and that, and he comes in. Yeah, I said, you're not interested in me at all, are you? He went, what are you talking about? I said, you haven't a care for me in the world. I could have died in that park. All you're interested in is Kilmarnock getting to the Premier League. He went, I'd have looked after Andy Wades. I ain't one with him.
Brilliant.
Maniac.
King of the one-liners, was he?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We went to Ibrox once, and the hampers used to be that size. And he's talking away, and he gets so heated, he was forgetting what he was saying at times. And he walked back, and he opened the hamper, and he stepped into the hamper and went, anyway, you're on your own. Shut the hamper, he said. Went in the hamper and shut his hamper, he said. And all the players are like, they didn't know what to do.
That's incredible.
Superb. I'm sure we'll get more.
I can't see Brendan doing that.
I'm sure we'll get more of these
Maybe
stories as we dig into
the
this.
Johnson game at half time. Maybe follow that. I know, it's incredible. I mean, we could probably just do a podcast with you, George, just on Tommy Burns and your memories and your stories. And, you know, you two were obviously so close, and it's such a, you know, the kind of final image of Tommy, and you're there.
I'll tell you the very start, right? This, gosh, well, I've just joined. I was a country bumpkin. He's a wee wido for the town, you know, the Carlton. And we just got on. We were only 16 or 17. I was on £12 a week, and I come out with 8. So physically get £8 a week. And at that time, they always take 2 of the ground staff boys. We're on the ground staff together. Took 2 ground staff boys away with the first team. So they were playing at Aberdeen, and they all stopped at Stonehaven, the hotel. They got a meal. So we get one meal about 6 o'clock, and then they say, up to your bed. We're only there to pick the towels and clean the boots and whatever after the game. So me and him are in the room. He goes, about 9 o'clock, I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm hungry too. It's like, we're sending down for some sandwiches. I says, aye. So I'm sending down for 2 pints of milk and a tray of sandwiches. Never forget the day I die. I'm in the toilet, and I've got the door open, talking away when I'm in the toilet, and the guy comes to the door, and the guy puts it to the guy says, that'll be 80 pence, please. Right? I says, Tommy, there's £5 in my pocket. I'm on £8 a week. The £5 in my pocket. He says, right, keep your change, pal, that's all right. I said, that's the day of all week. That's all right, pal, keep your change. The guy's away with a week's wages for a tip. I'm sitting greeting.
You're rationing those sandwiches for the rest of the week. Put them in your pocket and
I had to pay my bus fare in out to the training and everything. He's like, keep your change, pal.
Did you always share a room with Tommy then?
Aye.
Yeah. That must have been some laugh.
You had to get to sleep. You had to get to sleep first, or he'd talk all night, you know. Torture.
And he was the king of the nicknames as well. Tommy would always give the nicknames out to people in the team. And
well, my nickname was Toby, and he christened me Toby. And I don't like to tell people how it happened, but we were always 2 single beds, right? And I'm kidding on, I'm reading the paper, and he's in the other room. He's in the other bed, sorry. And I've got a big Toblerone bar underneath it myself. Right? And I've not told him yet. But he found the paper. He went, yeah, dirty Toby B, you stole it. You wouldn't even give me 1 bit of chocolate. So Toby's stuck for the rest of my life.
You still getting Toby when you come to the games?
Aye, all the ex-players. Yeah. Call me Toby.
I bet you can't walk through duty free at an airport and see the big Toblerones without cringing.
I love them.
Aye.
But how I done it with the paper and still ate it was brilliant. He hadn't a clue. He hadn't a clue.
Magic.
That's amazing.